Brett Veach did something! Let's go! The Chiefs have signed tight end Irv Smith Jr. And while it's a mid-level signing, hey, it's nice to see Brett Veach finally putting in some work here in the 2024 free agency. Obviously, though, can't be too mad. You got Chris Jones. That's what matters. But hey, we're going to talk about this Irv Smith signing coming directly from Adam Schefter himself, who got this out about an hour ago saying Bengals free agent tight end Irv Smith Jr. reached an agreement on a one-year deal with the Kansas City Chiefs. Tanya said it, a mid-level signing, yet we got a video out to you ASAP, which is exactly why you subscribe, because when breaking news happens, when anything related to the Kansas City Chiefs pops off on the media outlets, we're here too. We got a video out as soon as humanly possible. I'm telling you, we got a bunch of producers working on the way. Cullen over here, he's getting all the graphics ready as soon as possible. We're getting the show out, so hit that subscribe button because you're not going to find better freaking Chiefs coverage right on YouTube. They're right here on the Chiefs Report. Hit that subscribe button, youtube.com/ChiefsTV, or scroll down, red subscribe button, click that. Bang, you're locked in. Irv Smith Jr., let's talk about him. 18 receptions this past year with the Cincinnati Bengals, 115 yards worth an average of 6.4, and uno touchdowns. Listen, Irv Smith Jr. is not supposed to be the starting tight end. You have Travis Kelce. He's really not even supposed to be a big part of the offense. But you know what this is? An outstanding depth piece. He has had some success in his career, and if you take out the torn meniscus, his career could be very, very different, which we're going to talk about in a second here on why I think this signing may actually be one of the better ones that Brett Veach has had in his kind of career with the Chiefs, which is funny because he's had some pretty dang good ones. Drew Tranquill, Mike Edwards. Yeah, the guy knows his stuff. I want you to grade this signing based off just your initial reaction, looking at his first stats from the Bengals, along with just what you're kind of thinking here. A, B, C, D, or F. Time to get back in school and give a grade for Irv Smith Jr. on the signing by Brett Veach. I like this signing, first of all, because, well, the tight end room is kind of aging. You have Travis Kelce, who is the leading guy and will be the main guy for as long as he is with the Chiefs. He is 34, though. Blake Bell, who will be a free agent on Wednesday, could potentially come back, but we'll have to see. He is 32. Irv Smith Jr. at 25 years old, and then Noah Gray at 24. And funny enough, Noah Gray, there's actually some retirement rumors floating around. We will talk to you about that later on in the show, but stick around because kind of interesting. I got 24 years old, potentially heading out of football. But Irv Smith, man, I really like him. 25 years old this past year, only 18 receptions, but still over 100 yards and a touchdown. Had 2 touchdowns the prior year in Minnesota, 25 receptions, 182 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This obviously all coming before T.J. Hockenson was taken and took his job in Minnesota. And then you see that gap year, 2021. That's because in 2020 he tore his meniscus when he had 30 receptions, 365, and 5 touchdowns. So it was one of his better years in his 4 years. And, well, I'm excited to see what this guy can do because, man, he has the prowess to be a potential X factor when it comes to depth chart-wise. Now, Pete Sweeney of Arrowhead Pride had some good reports on him, and I felt it was necessary to kind of put this in here. Smith, 25, entered the league as a second-round pick out of Alabama made by the Minnesota Vikings in the second round of the 2019 draft. After 4 years in Minnesota that included a season out of football due to a torn meniscus, the 6'2", 240-pound tight end spent the 2023 campaign with the Cincinnati Bengals. Once again, this could be an underrated signing by Brett Veach because his size, his stature, the ability to move off the ball, it's really good. His hands are also very solid. You saw in a couple pictures throughout the show, the guy can get up. He knows what to do. And I think the biggest thing about this, Travis Kelce, although he is the best tight end in the history of the National Football League, I will stand by my grave with that. But I want to make sure we keep him healthy. And given he's 34 years old, trending towards 35, it's time to make sure we keep him healthy for as long as humanly possible. Irv Smith will help that out this year because the depth chart, well, it now looks a little better. Obviously, Blake Bell headed toward free agency. Jody Forston probably will be back with the Chiefs on a practice squad contract. He is a free agent, though, at the moment. Travis Kelce, Irv Smith, and now Noah Gray is at tight end 3, maybe 2. We'll talk about that later, but I like this tight end. Travis Kelce at tight end 1, obviously. Good start there. Irv Smith, man, he's got the size, he's got the stature. That's what matters. And here's the thing. It's a 1-year deal. You have flexibility from here on out to decide what you want to do. If you want to try and keep him throughout the next couple of years, guess what? You can do that. If you're deciding, hey, after this 1 year, we're going to go in a different direction, that's cool. I will say, though, this does tell us one thing. They are not going to draft a tight end in the 2024 NFL Draft, unless we see Noah Gray move on. Well, again, kind of interesting there. But I know that they talked to Theo Johnson, the Penn State tight end. There was talk about Ja'Tavion Sanders being a potential draft pick for the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, with this signing, I have to believe that takes off pretty much every thought of that from the board. And that's not that bad idea because Irv Smith Jr., again, he has some prowess. Back in 2020, he played really well. 30 receptions, 365, 5 touchdowns. The guy played well. And again, that torn meniscus really kind of changed the projection of his career. And I'm curious to see how exactly he can kind of work back behind that. Given he'll be with Travis Kelce, we all know the love that this tight end room has shown to Noah Gray and the way that they have ultimately made him a better player. They've been able to construct his game and prove it to a better way than we have seen him in the past couple years. Irv Smith Jr. is exactly that. He's a project. If you sign him, if you get him with Travis Kelce, I could see him being used in multiple different packages. Plus, we all know Travis Kelce wants to be out on the field as much as humanly possible. But guess what? Irv Smith Jr. can do it all too. He can block, he can catch. It allows for the flexibility of this tight end room to not put so much pressure on Travis Kelce. Now, we'll say, I know that Kelce is going to want to be out there as much as humanly possible. So, I don't know if Brett Veach should talk with him or what's going to happen with that. But I do like the signing here of Irv Smith Jr. Want to know what your one-word reaction is to the Chiefs signing Irv Smith Jr. because, hey, it's the first thing they've done, and really right now it's the only thing that they have done. So, well, obviously keeps you updated if anything else happens, but I want your one-word reaction to Irv Smith signing with the Chiefs. All right, let's move topics here to talk about Noah Gray because is he still tight end number 2? I don't know. I think Irv Smith Jr. may actually take that spot. But there's also other things that are kind of taking over on this. The fact of the matter is there has been rumors, again, nothing hard solid, that he could be retiring. He's just 24 years old. He has 2 Super Bowl rings, though. He's made a good amount of money. I can't really say if there's any hard evidence, but I know that there's stuff floating around saying that he could potentially be retiring. We're going to have to wait and see. Now, in my opinion, I think he's going to stick around because, I understand. You're 24. You got 2 Super Bowl rings. You've been paid well. You can go get a career somewhere else. Great. But also, you're playing with the Kansas City Chiefs, and if at this point you're tight end 3, I don't get the point of not sticking around. You'll play practice squad and all the time practice. You'll be helping out Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. It just makes really no sense to retire right now in a lot of different facets. We'll have to see, though, because ultimately it is his choice. And if he wants to move on, man, so be it. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what his choice actually is. I do say, though, with Irv Smith being signed, what's next for the Chiefs? Are they going to go try and finally get a wide receiver now? Are they going to go to offensive line, get their left tackle fixed out? Are they going to trade L'Jarius Sneed? Man, I don't freaking know. I'm just waiting for moves here. I mean, I talked to it earlier this morning. There's 4 guys on the board that I could see the Chiefs possibly making a move for. Those being Curtis Samuel, Tyron Smith, Chase Young, and Jordan Poyer. But this signing makes me believe that they may just kind of sit on their hands and see what happens with Sneed. Now, obviously, L'Jarius Sneed is a big part of this team, and whatever happens with him is going to be important. But at the same time, I don't want Brett Veach to just sit on his hands. I do want to say something real quick, though. People who are talking that Brett Veach is not a good GM, Brett Veach is this, Brett Veach is that, y'all got to stop. This dude has back-to-back Super Bowl champions. And I know there's people in my Twitter mentions. I know there's people in the comments saying, why won't Brett Veach do anything? Why won't Brett Veach do anything? If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. This dude is back-to-back Super Bowl champions. He has 3 unknowns played, and on top of which, he got Chris Jones back. I'm happy there. I know it's fun to have signings, and trust me, I'm having fun right now. But at the same time, I trust Brett Veach. And people who don't, you got to stop. Back-to-back Super Bowl champions, you got to understand. He's doing what's right for the team, and that's all he cares about. What are your thoughts on what the Chiefs will do next, though? Are they going to sign another player? Who will it be? When you get in the comment section, let's have a little bit of a community board today on the Chiefs Report. I want all of y'all, and then we're going to be live here in just a couple hours as well, so make sure you join us there right here on the Chiefs Report. We're going to talk some free agency rumors and everything around the Kansas City Chiefs. So, yeah. We also got some breaking news on the Chiefs re-signing a safety, Deon Bush. He's coming back on a 1-year deal per Adam Schefter. Now, Deon Bush Didn't play too much in 2023. He was somewhat of a depth option, let's say. 7 tackles, no interceptions, no pass breakups in the regular season. However, though, that wasn't where he made this contract. That wasn't where, well, the Chiefs chose to re-sign him. It was in the playoffs where he really played well and shined up to the point where he actually had the interception in the AFC Championship game against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, obviously, that pick was a huge momentum turner, and honestly, I think this is a good signing. I will say, though, it seems as though Mike Edwards is probably gone officially. This seems like the depth piece they had for their safety position. I assume they may go for a draft option at this point. Could still see them sign someone like Justin Simmons, Jordan Poyer, just a little bit of a back-end depth, and obviously don't know the status of Brian Cook. It seems as though he should be back in 2023 or 2024 right away, but we'll just kind of have to wait to see. But Deon Bush back with the Chiefs, the first re-signing that the Chiefs have made. Pretty nice. Brett Veach starting to make some moves here. They get Irv Smith, they re-sign Deon Bush. Not big moves, but there's some, and we appreciate that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're going to be live here in just a little bit. So I want you to be a part of it. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. We got some amazing content coming out. Already our second video today, we're going to be live. We got some fun stuff coming up here right here on the Chiefs Report. We really appreciate you, Chiefs Kingdom. And as always, peace out.